Okay, so a few of my friends have requested a tutorial from me on how I do my stitching, and so I'm gonna do my best to try to explain. It's kind of a lot, but I will have a written description as well, in the description. Um, okay, so first things first is you're gonna want to find the a picture that you want to turn into a stitch piece. Um, and then you're gonna want to make it the ratio that you want. So mine that I do are 8 inch by 10 inch. All right. And then some examples are here on my website. I'm gonna go through them pretty quickly just so you get an idea. Um, I do half stitches, which are just diagonal, so top right to bottom left, or vice versa. And I use 14 count plastic canvas. And the count basically just means how many stitches per inch. So 14 count means there's 14 stitches per inch. Um, and then I use clear plastic. That way you don't see the background in between your stitches. So like I'll give you an example here in a second. So like in um this one you can kind of see the white in between. And that was before I knew that. So um and then um and then that, yeah, so there's the portfolio. Okay. So, like I said, I do 8 inch by 10 inch. And then after you find the picture that you want to stitch, I like to use pixel-stitch.net. Um, again, all this will be in the description. Um, and this will take your picture and generate a pattern for you. So I already have one in here. This is a future commission. So the width, the number of stitches is it'll be 14 times however long you want it to be. So because this is 10 inches by 8 inches, it's 10 inches wide. Um 14 times 10 is 140. And then when I do 8 by 10, when I do the portrait mode, then it's 14 times 8, which is 112. You get to do math, but you got a calculator, so you're fine. And then number of colors is um is I do 120 because the more colors you're willing to do, and 120 is the max it'll let you do, the more detail you get. So this is 120, right? But if I do say two, create pattern, it's it's not as great. And then put it back how it was. And then, like I said, I use 14 count, so that's what that is. And then DMC is the brand of floss that I use. And to those that don't speak stitching, floss is basically 6 strands of thread intertwined together. I wish it wasn't called floss because the amount of times I have to explain what it is because people think it's dental floss, but it is what it be. And then under save options, I like to do letters and numbers. I find that less complicated, especially the more colors you are using. Um, and then you will create your pattern. Well, first you'll see if you like what it looks like. So this is what it would look like pixelated, roughly, right? I do like it. I think it's still cute. So I would create my pattern. I would save my pattern. And then you can right click it and save this image. This will come in handy in a moment. Uh, and then, so you print out the pattern. And then it'll come in like 4 pages. We're just gonna save it this time. Show you. It's gonna, yeah, okay, cool. So I don't usually print out the first page because it's a lot of ink for no reason. Um, so you'll print out all the stuff. So this is all the colors you'll be using. This is the symbol. So let's start. Okay, so A will be on your paper, right? And that will represent the number one. The thread, the floss number one. And then there's 55 stitches of that color. And approximately it'll only use one of the thingies. And then, for example, K it represents 310, which is black, that's going to have 1,500 of them, and it's going to use at least 2 of them. I usually get 1 per 500, just because I'd rather have a little bit more than have to go get another one. um, and so yeah, this is all your colors, okay? And then this is the order, this is the order, um, that you're gonna attach them together, right? So 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, and you will want to attach these together. What I do is I cut off the excess, except for the part that you attach them together, right? So like this right here is gonna go here. So you only want to cut one of these. So like let's say you cut this, that way you can tape it to this. You feel me? And then I usually will cut off this part. I like to use glue tape. It's basically tape with glue. It's I use that to get it like secured, and then once it's secured, then I tape the back. And then, oh, something else to note is when you go back to the first page, um, before you save it, make sure it's what you want. So like this says 10 inches by 8 inches, which is what I want. Sometimes the cropping is off by a little bit for some reason. So I have to like recrop it, and it's annoying. So yeah, double check that. And then, okay. And then the thing you're gonna want to buy are, we're gonna get this off here now. The things you're gonna want to buy are, like I already said, glue tape, love it. Obviously normal tape, normal clear. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be clear tape since it's in the back, but you know, clear tape. I like to use mechanical colored pencils for coloring in my pattern. So like when you finish when you finish a stitch, you color it in on your paper pattern. And I find mechanical colored pencils to be lovely. And currently Mr. Pen is Mr. Pen is the brand I use, and I like it a lot. Then you'll want liquid bandage. New Skin is the brand I also like. And usually I think you're supposed to put this on afterwards, after you hurt yourself. I do it beforehand to keep me from hurting myself. Because if you stitch as much as I stitch, you will get blisters on your thumb. And the finger you also push with, which I think is this one. And I currently, you're not going to see it probably because this camera is not, I don't know. Anyways, there's a little like dent right here. A little, no permanent, well, I don't think it's permanent, but a little, for now, permanent dent in this finger from pushing the needle in. And then you'll want, I don't have the box anymore, or the container it came in anymore, but I really like Bohin France needles. I have it in my little shark plushie dude. Excuse me. I find that brand to last longer than DMC's needles. And then I get size 26 for the needles. You'll also want your canvas, as I said. I like clear plastic, 14 count. And then usually when I finish the bottom of something, that's when I'll cut off this. Because these are 8 inch by 11, I don't need that extra inch. But I wait till I at least had it, like the bottom started, so I don't accidentally cut off like one too many rows. And then you'll want bobbins to organize your floss. I will grab one thing of them. Uno momento. Camera's over here now. Pip and Chip, highly recommend. They are the best. And you support a small business, and their story is so sweet. Because if you buy the bobbins at the store, someone who started that way, how do I say this nicely? So there's 2 different kinds. Okay, there's plastic, which when you put the sticker labels on the plastic, the stickers just fall off. So that's great. And then the cardboard ones, the stickers stay on them pretty good, but they're cardboard, and they're super, super thin cardboard. So they're not very durable, especially if you, you know, they're not good for long term. But these ones, like, they're thicker. They're really pretty. And again, you support a small business. So you can't go wrong with that. Um, and then what else is there? Oh, obviously you'll need your floss. So DMC is that is an area they do good in though. um, and you can get that at your either your local hobby place, so Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Rip Joanne. It was right across the street from me too. It was so nice. Or you can go on their actual website. But if you go on their actual website, you're looking at 40 more cents. So at least where I live. So I tend to go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Um, and then, um, okay, and then, this part's not needed, but I have found that it has knocked my time in half by using it, which is the software called Paint.net, which is not this. Hold on. Paint.net. There it is. So what you'll do is you'll take that image that you saved, the pixelated image. Let me go back to this real quick. Hold on. Go here. So this image that you saved, you'll go back to it, and you'll save. Okay, words. You take that image that you saved right here, right, the pixelated version, and you'll upload it to Paint.net, and then you will get your wand out, make sure your tolerance is 1%, and then find the color that you want to work on first, right? So I tend to work on the ones with the most stitches first, so the ones that are over 1,000. And so right now, I'm currently working on this one, and let me unclick real quick. So you will shift left click it, and it'll highlight everything of that color. So for example, right, there's like one little one right here, two down. Okay, let me hide this again. And see, it's right there. So it makes it easier, so you don't have to like be like, okay, where's all the 30s? And then you try to find them. 'Cause that's what I used to do. And then there's other programs that are like more designed for this, but Paint.net I use for other things besides just stitching. So I find it more versatile. Um, and then I just do half stitches, which are just diagonal stitches. I'm gonna drink out my wine, so I won't spill it on anything. I'll provide pictures as well because I don't know how focused this is. But so you just, go from one corner to the diagonal version of the corner. So I tend to do top right to bottom left. Um, and then if you do want to do crosses, so this way and this way, you want a lower count canvas. So the internet says 6, 8, or 11. I don't know. I don't mess with it. So if you want to do it how I do it, this is how I do it. Is that everything? Uh, looking around to see if I'm missing any important information. You don't need this, but this is also nice. It's a little garbage can. You can throw your excess thread in here. And then I got little dudes to go with it. They're cute. I got like a little raccoon, a little skunk, and a little possum. Aren't they so cute? And then I said I got a little shark for my other needles. But again, this is just extra stuff, extra cutesy things. 4. Almost done. Taking a little longer because it's really hard to see what I'm doing. I have to like squint. hopefully that helped a little bit. I know it's a lot of information at once. I tried my best. Um, I'm mostly self-taught, so it's really hard to explain. But as I said a few times though, everything will be in the description, word for word. Um, so you got this. Believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day when you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. Gotta listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes and be. Okay, bye.